Hey everyone, welcome to my retired life. Today, I want to share with you an amazing experience that my daughter and I had on the NCL Breakaway. We did a behind the scenes tour of the ship. And when I tell you, it was amazing. Because we are Sapphire Latitude members on the Breakaway, we got the opportunity to be on this tour for free or complimentary. Unfortunately, John Graham couldn't come along because the stairs are very steep going down below. It's like being at the Statue of Liberty. You know how steep the stairs are, the staircases? Well, that's how it is behind the scenes on the Norwegian Breakaway. Our tour, for some strange reason, on a cruise ship started at 8:30 a.m. And I just couldn't fathom just waking up that early on a cruise ship. But we did, and we got there on time. The first place we went to was the Silver Screen Theater. That is a dine-in movie theater on a cruise ship. Now, I never heard of this before. I did go on a Carnival cruise, I don't know, over 10 years ago when we were leaving from Europe. And I think it was, I don't even remember what the cruise was. But whatever the cruise was, they had a movie theater in there, but it wasn't a dine-in movie theater. This dine-in movie theater had a 3-course meal, and it cost $50. It's really not bad if you think about, dinner and a movie, and you go on a date with your husband or your booze or your wives or whatever the case might be. $50 per person, I don't think is that bad. But I bought a cruise ship, and when you're on a cruise ship, I could have just went to the main dining room. I don't know what you think. There was another reason why we didn't partake. I already seen the movie. So even though they have new movies, it wasn't that new because I seen it already, thanks to John. It's a nice theater, nice, big, comfortable. You see the plush seats, very nice. And actually, all kidding aside, I would have went on a date with my husband if I hadn't seen that movie. Just to say that I had dinner and a movie on a cruise ship. After that, we visited the theater stage, which looked large from the audience, but was surprisingly small when we were standing on it. Do you see how small this is? And do you see how large that theater is? So when you're looking and you're in the audience, the stage looks big. I give these people a lot of credit. I don't know how they're able to perform on that little stage. From there, we were taken to the dressing room. Now, the dressing room had rules, and that's why you're looking at me instead of looking at the dressing room. They didn't want any photography or video, and I followed the rules. It was a very nice dressing room, very plain. I wish my clothes were as organized as the clothes in that dressing room. Next, we explored, and I mean it was an exploration, the laundry room. That laundry room was massive. We watched the operation in action, and it was going down inside here. I was very impressed by the laundry room. I wish I had a smaller version of that folding apparatus, but that big one is probably bigger than my entire house. But anyway, so do you see this other machine here? They took a wet sheet, put it in that machine, and it was dry, wrinkle-free, folded, and then the staff finished the folding, and then it's brought to your room, put on your bed, and waiting for you to dive in. What a system. The next stop was the bakery. And when we was getting ready to go in that bakery, I already smelled all of the aromas in that bakery. And it was a lot of aromas. And I stood in the back so that I could be the last one in and the last one out. The aroma was so intense. It was so delightful. I wanted to taste everything in that bakery. I gained about 10 pounds just smelling the aromas. And then they gave us a taste of the baked goods. Can I just say, you see all of what's going on inside here? You couldn't give us like the whole tray. They gave us a taste and it was tasty. We were then taken to the main kitchen. I don't know if it's called the main kitchen. It should be a main warehouse because this thing just kept on going. Some of us was fascinated by the cook who was making the waffles with the waffle iron. And I don't even know why we were all fascinated, but we were fascinated. And we watched this guy. I didn't film the whole thing because it would have been a long video. So the cook, he put the batter in the waffle iron and then he walked away. And he walked away for what seemed like a long 5 minutes. And we were all, we wasn't even listening to what the tour guide was saying. We were waiting for this guy to come back because we thought these waffles was gonna burn. We didn't see any timer. We didn't hear a timer. And lo and behold, the waffle guy came back and the waffles were perfect. We were so fascinated by the waffle maker. So the next day, I went to the main dining room and I ordered waffles. And they was perfect, delicious. I'm sorry that I don't have pictures of that. I'm new at this, so I'm trying to take pictures and videotape, but I still want to have a vacation as well. So I hope I'm telling my stories, where y'all can understand what the heck I'm talking about. With this 63-year-old mind, sometimes I'll be forgetting things and I'll just go to a different subject. It's just amazing how they are able to prepare thousands and thousands and thousands of meals daily and put so much care in the food that we eat on a cruise ship. It's one of them things, we don't really think about it. We just know that the food is in front of us. But in my head, I was going, you get a tip, you get a tip, you get a tip. These people work so hard for us. And sometimes, some people are just not appreciative. I'm not that one. I don't care if they get my order wrong. I'm the type of person that could just ask for something nice and politely or just move on. Because this is a lot of work. It's a lot of work what the staff does. You have to go on one of these behind the scene tours just to understand the gravity of how much work and preparation they put into feeding our greedy behinds. While we were going through all the staff workstations, we were able to ask questions. And you always get somebody who asks inappropriate questions. I don't know how many times the staff on cruise ships have to tell you that they work 10 hours, 12 hours every day, or whatever the case might be. I mean, you already know that. But you always get somebody who's constantly asking these questions. Why? Enjoy your cruise, okay? Why you got to keep on asking them how many hours they work? Suppose they just stop working. You won't be going on no cruise. But anyway, I digress. And then we ended the cruise on the I-95 corridor of the cruise ship. And if y'all don't know what that is, it's a long corridor and it's their pathway to go to their different stations, to go to their cabins. I did have the opportunity to take a picture of their daily bulletin board with all their activities on it. Do you ever think about what the staff does when they're not working? Well, I think most of us, or a lot of us, think that they probably just sleep. Look at this board. Check out their activities schedule. They enjoy activities such as spin class, Latin beat night, spa night, international night, board game night, and a deep house session. I think I need to be at that deep house session. What is the deep house session? Is it what I think it is? Because I was a house head. I went from New York, New Jersey, and Brooklyn, and I was house music all night long. I wonder if that's the same thing. But anyway, and they had the dance hall night too. I could imagine what was going on inside that dance hall night. The staff definitely knows how to party. So while we thinking that they're sleeping all day, they are shaking it up. They are shaking a tail feather. If you ever get the opportunity to take a tour, whether you have to pay for it or it's complimentary, take that behind the scenes tour of the cruise ship. You'll have a newfound respect for how hard the staff works to make our cruise experience a wonderful and memorable one. And if you're eligible for a free complimentary tour, don't be like me, because I stopped taking them for years. But what I learned was that each tour on the Breakaway, and I'm sure on a lot of the cruise ships, they're not the same. So I seen different things from the first time I went on a tour. And it depends on the cruise ship. So from now on, I'm going to take my complimentary tour, especially when you high tier and you've been loyal to that cruise line. I'm a long-time cruiser, over 25 years deep, and I really didn't do the complimentary things, like the wine tasting. I'll show y'all that next. But yeah, why not? Take your tours. Take whatever they're going to give you for free. You earned it. Use it. Take it. Book it. If you're going to book any of these tours or anything they give you for free, make sure that you book it on the first day that you get on that ship. Because if not, they'll be sold out. I know sold out is not the word, right? They'll be filled up. So make sure when you get on that ship, go to Cruise Next and get everything that you're entitled to. That's where you go. You go to Cruise Next. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate y'all. Please like so I can get in the algorithms. Subscribe so I can get in the algorithms. And share. And I'll see you next time with another video. I probably will do gambling, because I was gambling on this ship. $3,000. $3,000. Yes, $3,000. I'll tell you what happened. And let me just say this. I lost $3,000. I lost $3,000. Yes, I did. But anyway, thank you so very much. I appreciate y'all. And I'll see y'all next time. Mwah.